Hello, my practice community members from wherever you are in the world. I hope that this little message and video finds you in good spirits. And if not, I hope by the end of however long this video is going to be, you are in good spirits. So for those of you who are new to our community, thank you so much for being here. Even in the last 2 weeks alone, we had so many new members pop in. Oh, makes my heart so big and happy. And for those of you who have been here for a while, thank you for sticking around. I'm so grateful. I don't even know how this community is growing. I love it so much. And the reason I love it is obvious, because who doesn't want to hang out with people who are serving the world? Hello. That's like, I would love to spend all day, every day with each one of you, but also because you guys are fighting for what you believe in. And that means a lot to me. It means a lot to me that you're out there somewhere in your corner of the world, even with all your doubts and fears and uncertainty and ambiguity and dreams and desires and everything in between. And you're doing it. You're making it happen. So thank you for making it happen. I can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. And hopefully that's why you joined us to begin with. That, and I love to give away a ton of free stuff. So maybe that's what brought you here, but I'm cool with that. That's why I do it. So this is my first little video message. I've never done this before. And in fact, this is, I think, my 8th time hitting record. I'm not lying. It took me a lot to get to this one message. And the reason is because this makes me so nervous. I always wanted to get out here and to share messages. And I love business owners who can just get on their like Instagram Live or Facebook Live or put videos in their newsletters. And I think, man, they've got something really special that I don't have. How many of you have thought that? That person is got something that I don't have. And clearly that's why I can't do what they do. So I'm just going to sit back and go, whoa, that's amazing. Well, you have everything you need inside of you to do what you want to do. Sometimes it just requires a little courage to hit record or send or write or publish or call or dial or whatever it is, and then trust that you will rise to the occasion. So this is me rising to the occasion. So here's my intent with this. My goal is not to only do these when I'm inspired, because I'm not always inspired. My goal is to do them every week. I want to get in here every single week and share a little blip, a little something to inspire you, to motivate you, to remind you that you're not alone in the work that you're doing. And we'll see how it goes. I don't have a name for them. They don't need a name. I don't need to put them in some beautiful sales page. They're just videos. And if you like them, hit play. If you don't need them, don't hit play. It really is that simple. Okay, so the first topic I want to talk about, there's so many to choose from. I decided this morning, the thing that tipped me over the edge, and the reason I decided to finally get in here and do this is because I had a pretty life-altering experience a couple of weeks ago. I took a workshop with one of our members named Kate, who I'll tag below. Thank you, Kate. Hello. This is the byproduct of your work. She teaches something called embodied voice, and this workshop terrified me. I'm a part of a longer training that this was tucked inside of. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have signed up, even though there's a part of me that was like, you got to do this. It's going to be so good. So as much as I express myself and I can write and I can speak eloquently and I love to teach, I love the bigger the room, the better, the more people, the better. Something comes alive in me. But there are these other things, these things that I've wanted to speak truths to. I call it speaking truths to bullshit, as Brene Brown, my hero, would say, that I have not been doing, that I've been not doing in my own life, that I've been not doing in my clients' lives, and that I've been not doing here for the people who entrusted me to help support them in their path. So I took this workshop, and it was amazing. It was super uncomfortable. But it was amazing. And I found myself at the end of this 3 hours of hearing my voice. And it wasn't about singing. It was quite the opposite. It was about letting yourself hear yourself and let others hear you hearing yourself, if that makes sense. And I won't go into the details because you really just have to experience it. And if you want information on it, pop down below. And I'm sure Kate will happily come alongside your process. But it liberated me. That's all I can say. It liberated me. And I came out of that workshop having basically screamed at the top of my lungs for a good amount of time, completely by myself. Like, I don't do that. I don't do karaoke. I don't play charades. I have a genuine phobia of these things. And here I found myself surrounded by loving people. And I'm sure that voice scared a lot of people. It was not pretty. It wasn't supposed to be pretty. That was the best part. It was supposed to be imperfect. It wasn't supposed to be anything other than self-expression, purely for the sake of my getting to reclaim self-expression. And it changed my life. And the result of which is that I have a lot to say. I'm a chatterbox. I've been a chatterbox my whole life. My dad always said I never shut up, and it's true. But I also have a lot of truth to speak to bullshit. And I think there's a lot of bullshit in business. Let me tell you, of all the places that bullshit has gotten away with a lot of bullshit, for lack of better descriptor here, for a long time, is in business. And I feel like a lot of you, unbeknownst to you and not your fault, you haven't bought into it. I think you're weary of it. But I think instead of going, that doesn't work for me, a lot of you have said, I'm somehow broken. The business strategy isn't the problem. I must be the problem because I don't want to do all these things that people say you have to do, love me some air quotes, have to do to be successful. And my hope and my wish and my genuine ambition in my work, the reason I show up every single day, and the reason I've chosen to work with my fellow coaches and healers and yogis and doctors and people in holistic medicine and artists and creatives and photographers and basically anyone who has something to fight for, is because you're getting screwed over. Yeah, by business people. Sorry to break it to you. You know this, though. You know that there is so much business advice out there that's not going to work for you. You know that there's something wrong with you. At least I hope there's a part of you that believes wholeheartedly it's not your fault. Here's something I realized a couple years ago, and I had to go through this myself. I bought into all the bullshit. I bought into the hype. I bought into the don't make six figures, make seven. Not there yet. I bought into the have a mega influential following on Instagram. So not even close. I bought into the charge the absolute most you can possibly charge and let your clients figure it out. Bought into that one big time. And then a bunch of other things that I bought into. I bought into thinking that I wasn't enough. I believed that my clothes, my hair, the way that I show up, the way that I speak wasn't enough. I believed I had to wear all black. That was a fun phase. I believed I had to wear really tall heels. I'm barefoot right now, by the way. I believed that I had to hold people accountable through aggressive language. Didn't last very long. I'm not very aggressive. And I believed I had to put my heart in a box, which is so not where it belongs. It barely fits in this body. So how am I supposed to put it in a box? And I remember I've worked with a lot of mentors over the years. Some of these mentors who to this day I will put on a pedestal, not because I worship them, but because I genuinely admire and genuinely love the way that they show up in the world. And some of these mentors, I deeply wish and hope someday that they come home to their true selves. And I've been students of everything in between. And I had these mentors really early in my business, really early in just my work as a coach. It was 2012. I've been certified for 2 years. I've been in self-development for 7 at that point, but I hadn't been actively working with people. And I did not trust myself. So for any of you who are seeing my work now, and I've had this question, Andrea, how are you so confident? Andrea, how do you just get up and speak what you want to say? Andrea, how do you? That is so not how I've always been. This is new. I am learning about this part of me at the same time that you are meeting this part of me. So hello, we're getting to know this together. But that wasn't where I started. And 6 years ago, 7 years ago, my gosh, we're already in 2019, 7 years ago, I tucked myself under anybody who told me how to be, because I believed I wasn't enough. So if you told me how to be, that clearly was better than my version. So I was just going to put it way up there. And we had these mentors who did this fun little game. Every time we went to a mentorship weekend, which was every couple months, we get in a room with 50 other business owners, and we'd spend 2 days masterminding our businesses. And it was really powerful. I loved it. I loved the people. I loved the community. I loved feeling part of something. But there were these funny little Post-it notes on the tables. There were hearts. Oh, I love hearts. And there were stars. And this was the game. If you saw somebody do something that was heart-driven, this was considered putting your heart out there on your sleeve, and where you gave things away, where you responded to clients outside of your office hours, where you went out of your way to do something that was not maybe going to make you money. So heart-driven, anything you consider heart-driven. And their message was, you need to put your heart in a box. So you, as the participant, had to catch this person. Oh, you're doing something heart-like. And you had to write it on the heart and stick it on them. And they had to wear the heart, not as a badge of honor, as a badge of disgrace. I got a lot of hearts. Let me tell you, I got a lot of hearts. And you wanted lots of stars. Stars were great ideas, profitable ideas, money-making ideas, things that could just like make you super successful. I didn't get a lot of stars. I got a lot of hearts. And it really broke my heart to know that in order to be successful, I had to put my heart in a box. They literally called it putting your heart in a box. That messed me up for a few years. And when I left that mentorship and I left those teachers and I started out in my own practice and I came out into this world of my own, I took my heart out of the box. That was my first step. And it wasn't so pretty at first. She didn't have legs. She didn't know how to walk. She felt a little bruised. She felt really disrespected. And she felt like she didn't belong in business because she had been told you don't belong in business. So if this has happened to you, I hope if no one else tells you to take your heart out of the box, that I can tell you, don't just take your heart out of the box, wear it on your sleeve. It is a badge of honor. We need more heart work in this world, period. And what that did for me was change my life. It changed my business. It gave me the courage. You need your heart to enact courage to serve the people that I believe needed serving, to make money. Making money is a heart act, because when I make money, when I create money, when I enact difference in the world and I receive income for that difference, that's my heart at work. When I bring my heart in, I get to tell stories and be human. I get to be honest. I get to champion you. Not because it makes me money, but because it will make you a better person. And I trust that when I use my heart in business, things don't just happen magically. It's not like a unicorn fairy tale. I mean, sometimes it feels like that, but it's less euphoric and it's more gritty. Using your heart is gritty. It's a vulnerable act to get up every day and say, I don't always have the answers. I'm human. I'm going through my own stuff. Sometimes I believe in my clients more than they believe in themselves. And that's okay. I'm good with all of it because I have compassion and empathy, and because I believe in the work that I do, and because I fight for people and I won't quit. That's heart work. That can't be done with the mind. The mind gives up very quickly. It wants to do it perfectly, and when it gets defeated, it just like cowers off into the corner, and the heart's like, man, buck up. This is heart work. It's not going to be easy. It's going to require that we bust out of that box and use it as our strength, because it is how we connect with each other. When you hear about a business owner who's really leading from this place, I guarantee you lean in. I guarantee you lean in. So my encouragement to you today with this first introductory little message from my world to yours, the reason that I feel so grateful to have my voice liberated and to be able to share this with you, as I said, business has bullshitted you. You need to take your heart out of the box. And whatever way I can support you in making that happen, put your fears at ease. If I can do anything to help you see that you're not going to get trampled, you're not going to get hurt, you're not going to get bruised, you're going to enact courage. And from a courageous place, any criticism, any feedback, any neglect that people might want to send your way, heart space trumps all. Sorry, friends. Heart space wins every single time. Love, fear. It's so low you can't even see it on the camera. Love, so high. Fear, so low. So if you're acting from a place of love, I guarantee you that stuff doesn't reach you. It doesn't reach you. But the thing that you enact coming from a compassionate place in your work, in your business, how you treat people, how you make money, how you message yourself, how you market yourself, how you sell a client from this place has a ripple effect beyond anything you'll ever be able to measure. That I can guarantee. So wherever you are today, out in the world, doing your thing, fighting your fight, standing up for what you believe in, speaking truth to any bullshit you see, I hope you do so with your heart on your sleeve. All right, my dears, have a fantastic week. We've got more content coming your way. Take care and do some heart work.